What's up with the squad? Back with another video. Definitely, like I said in the last video, definitely appreciate y'all and much thanks to y'all for commenting, sharing the videos, liking the videos, everything. You know, when it comes all down to it, hit 400K and it's definitely amazing. You know, definitely amazing. Feels amazing. You know, spreading the truth and getting it out there. So I definitely, appreciate y'all for that. Please go check out my clothing line, www.anksworldwide.com. So y'all see it on there. But definitely appreciate y'all. Let's get in the video.
Face him. I don't understand, as the judge says, she's the vice president of the United States. I mean, she's a smart woman. Go answer the questions. What's so hard?
Well, Trump doesn't actually dialogue with anyone in a way that exposes any details of his plans. You know, he says, I'm going to deport them all. And no one follows up and said, well, how are you actually going to round up those millions of people?
That's not true.
Yes,
he's done CNN. He's done all kinds of. He's done pretty much every outlet. Name an outlet he hasn't gone to and answered questions.
Y'all know what I and I'm gonna play the video. You know what I find really interesting about Jessica? I feel like she's put there and she's there to just be in denial. Because how are you on Fox News? You see multiple videos of Fox News. You're literally sitting in the chair at, Fox News, the studio of Fox News, and you don't know what's going on. You saying that Donald Trump isn't answering questions? He just says that he's like, come on now, just in denial.
He calls these press conferences and he rants for upwards of an hour,
and then he takes questions.
But he doesn't answer them in any sort of...
Well, that's up to the American people to decide.
Exactly.
At least
or the press.
The question.
Or the press, but he's doing it.
The point about what Kamala is doing is that we have 81 days left. She will absolutely be sitting down, but she doesn't need to do it right now. Her supporters are not upset about it. Even people who are in the middle are not upset about it. She's giving speeches. She's telling people what she stands for. And that video with Governor Walz was charming. They were getting to know it. Well, it might not be.
Jessica thinks, her and Kamala, they think alike. Jessica isn't going to do an interview, or she might do an interview. She just knows that she's in denial. She'll use excuses. She's comfortable with that. Kamala, she doesn't want to. I'm not even going to say she doesn't want to sit on the video. Her administration don't want her to sit in the video and do an interview. Honestly, that's how I look at it. Y'all might think different. Honestly, think she wants to do a video. By all means, I think that she wants to sit down, talk to somebody, and all of that. But in the past, and seeing her talk, seeing her speeches, her administration is not like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that. I mean, in her ear, like, that's not good. We're not ready for that yet. That's how I think. Because Jessica, she just makes up excuses. She just wants to hear herself talk.
Millions of people would, because we wouldn't have this kind of election right now where Kamala Harris is trending this way and Donald Trump is trending this way if what they're doing wasn't working. Wherever you get your polls, 538, Real Clear, The Economist, The Cook Political Report, any of it, Kamala Harris is trending in the right direction.
Well,
of course she's trending in the right direction. Look what the media, that's common sense. You look up Kamala Harris anywhere, everything's going to be positive. I'll tell y'all that right now. You look up Kamala Harris anywhere, mainstream, you're going to see it. Everything's positive. Everything's great. Everything. Literally, everything. You look up Trump, boom, convicted felon. Stuff that's completely bad. But then the next video I'm going to show y'all, later on tonight, about what's going on in Chicago right now, trust me, I got y'all. When y'all say, Recklezz, I appreciate you for doing this, I can't find, man, I got y'all. I'm telling you, I did some research today.
Because of her approach to this, and
so if it's not broke, don't fix it. And
I
get that.
That works.
But Joey, what I'm more worried about really is what the judge said, that people don't really care, that they're happy with, a TikTok meme version of someone, and then they're going to go in and vote for that person.
That's the absolute fear I have every day. I don't know where people are on issues. I can tell you this, Kamala Harris has a run against Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And that's going to be really hard to do. And the more questions she answers, the harder it gets to do that because she has been his vice president. So how do you do that? You do it by embracing Trump's ideas like child tax credit, no taxing tips. You do it by ignoring your own progressive legacy. And you do it by continuing to court the far left progressives with whatever red meat you can put out there. One of those pieces of red meat is someone like Tim Walz, who cloaks himself in this fake Midwestern conservative personality while putting tampons in boys' bathrooms, calling the censor of the First Amendment, allowing riots, but jailing business owners a few months later during COVID. I was going to really make fun of him because I think about that movie, The Campaign, where Zach Galifianakis gets turned into the perfect candidate. But as soon as you take a look at him, you see, like, they even take his dogs away and give him better dogs. And I was going to be like, a very generic scout.
If y'all haven't seen that movie, that is an amazing movie. It's an amazing movie. They literally changed his whole house around. They switched I think he had pugs, switched them with golden retrievers or something like that. I'm watching that tonight just because he said that.
Name, but then you said that was your dog's name, so I couldn't say that. But that's what he is. I mean, they're trying to paint him as this perfect Midwesterner when he's nothing less than a liar. And you know what? I saved my words on him for weeks until I saw a video of him on the House Veterans Affairs Committee, one that I served on with him as a staffer, looking at Gold Star families and saying, when they come back from war like I came back without the mental health assets or resources they need. Bro, you were on a deployment in southern Italy. Put me on that deployment. What are you talking about? What was your mental health?
Hey, y'all, can y'all let me know what his name is? I don't know this dude, but he's speaking facts right now. He's speaking facts. This is my first time seeing him.
That deployment. What are you talking about? What was your mental health needs coming back from southern Italy? I'm not saying there weren't any. But maybe answer some questions on that, because you looked at a Gold Star family and tried to put yourself in their sons and daughters' shoes. Yeah. That's what kind of person you are. That's who she picked to go with her, not because of any ability to make good decisions. Here's the deal. Jessica and I were talking.
So that literally goes for everybody that wants to sit there and vote for Kamala and Tim Walz. Say your son or your daughter has lost their life in the military, or they're going through some in the military. And then he just walks up, he has conversation and put himself in their shoes and try to make it seem like, I've been to war and I've been doing it. Like, how would that make you feel? He literally hasn't. He's lying about this. That's not right. I feel like that's very disrespectful. Honestly, to me, I feel like that's very disrespectful. And my brother, I don't think my brother has ever been in a war. He has never said he has, so I don't think he has. But I'm pretty sure he was stationed in, I don't want to say the wrong Korea, but he was stationed in Korea. And it was pretty scary around that time. But I'm telling y'all, you don't go around and say, oh, yeah, I've been in war. I didn't carry big guns in war, and I did this and that. I mean, come on, man.
About this in the green room a little bit. President Trump is not going to say things that make you feel good. He's not going to say things that make you feel heard and seen, but he might not send your son to war for no good reason. He might not bankrupt your business for no good reason. He might get the cost of energy down. He might not need to give you a fake $25,000 to go buy a house so that everybody else can outbid you, and now the cost of housing goes up. He might not say the only way to bring down the cost of groceries is to take over the food industry. He might say $2 diesel does a lot to take care of the price of groceries. Mm-hmm. So I don't care what he says about the Medal of Freedom or the Medal of Honor. I don't care what words are taken out of context or even left in context. He can be a rotten human being for all I care. Do the policies that work that you did the first time around, and you have my vote. I have no idea if the
and that's what a lot of people are missing. I apologize for pausing. I said voting, but it's literally the simple fact of people are putting emotions. He said this and he did this and he's this person. He's a convicted felon. Man, look at them policies, man. Look where we are. We are in a horrible time right now. People aren't paying attention to that. And I feel like the world, a lot of people done got soft. A lot of people done got soft to the fact that, they aren't paying attention. They care too much about emotions and how people, they being an R word or they being this. Not even being that. It's just being a person that being straightforward. Saying what's on their mind, just like any other person to do. But since they're saying it, and they're this person, it's a problem.
America is on board with that.
But you do know that their plans have been evaluated and Trump's is more inflationary. Moody's did that. Trump know that the GDP is better
COVID.
under
I've
Biden.
criticized him for that, but there's no way Kamala.
Where's Greg at?
Put $1,500 back in every middle-class family's pocket with the tax cuts. But Greg, we want to make sure we get you in.
Right, Greg ain't spoke.
Well, just remember the same people who told America that Joe was sharp as a tack are now telling you that Kamala is sharp as a tack. So remember that. Her approach, Kamala's approach right now is a calculated retreat because she prefers, and her campaign prefers, that she live in the world of the first impression because it's the basket case theory. The more you know about her, the less you want to know about her. And I'm telling you, watch that again. She is not a confident candidate. It's true. And you're right. Walz is the more you know about him, you realize they did not vet this guy.
Yep.
I mean, his campaign cover-up of his horrible DUI is, what did I say?
DEI. Little obsessed.
Same thing.
Same.
If that's not disqualifying, I don't know what is. He actually exploited his military background to cover up his crime. He said it was related to his service and that he actually wasn't drunk. He just misheard the instructions in the drunk test.
That's literally what people say when they do the drunk test when they're drunk.
Blew a super high level. It was like, 0.2, driving 100 miles an hour. And then when he's running for office, he said that he wasn't drunk. I mean, this guy has creep written all over it. He created a snitch line, but lies about his personal infractions. He doesn't even own up to it. This is a guy who pushes a hoax about a sex on a couch, and then the closer you look at him, he's a creepy cuck.
What?
That's it.
I'll tell you a story.
Better than the break. All right, so coming up next, the pro homo.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now that that was funny, but honestly, how I look at a lot of this is, you have Tim Walz, he's a liar. Obviously, you see that. One thing that I don't like, when it comes to a lot of people is when you don't own up, to your mistakes, your lies and stuff like that. Just own up to it, look better, rather than you still sitting there lying on top of your lies, So, one thing about it, I look at the fact that a lot of people need to wake up. A lot of people need to realize what's going on, and to stay tuned for the next video that's going to be dropped today. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Much love to y'all. Can't wait to get into that one. Catch y'all next one.